everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sez and we're here with another video today. So today's episode is like anime of the week, and I decided to pick a random anime, like literally randomly, if that makes any sense. Like I didn't even like see if it was popular or not. I just looked at it and like the first thing that kind of caught my eye, I picked it out. And today's anime that we're gonna be talking about, gravitation. Also, disclaimer, I would be apologizing to the fans of this anime. This is just my own personal opinion, but this anime was boring to me. It was excruciatingly boring. Like that, I don't even think that's like a word phrase, but like a lot of animes, how I feel is like either is like really boring, like you get like frustrated and then you take some time to like go through the anime, or it's like really exciting, or like you feel something. With this anime, I felt nothing. Like it was so boring that you felt nothing. Like you were sitting there like it was like a homework assignment. I was like watching it and I'm like, what the I'm like this watching the whole anime, and then I watched it. I rewatched it actually. I watched it 3 times because I didn't understand. Like I understood, but I didn't understand what was going on because it was like such a drag. Now for you guys who do not know what gravitation is, give me a sec. I had to go on the wiki page because I just didn't understand what was going on after like the second episode. So here's what I got from like the fandom wiki page. So basically the anime follows the attempts of the main character. I'm not gonna say his name, but it follows the attempts of the main character and his band Bad Luck to become Japan's next musical sensation, and then he struggles to capture the heart of his love interest. His name is Yuki. And also I have to search these people's like ages because I forgot that yaoi back then, like in the 2000s and the 1990s, they like to follow a particular trope that it's hard to explain. So side rant. We're gonna do a side rant. So back then, yaoi used to be, I don't know how much it is anymore, but back then in the 90s and especially 2000s, when like a lot of the yaois was like releasing, like it's like very hard. So it's really hard to explain. So basically they used to follow, like the mangakas used to follow a trope that the yaoi men used to be these big, strong, and I'm talking like there's some panels from like the 2000s that they would show like the tops, like the big, strong yaoi men with like massive hands and massive bodies, and then they will follow like a female bottom. Like they will make the bottom, like the male protagonist, like very feminine like, so it didn't look weird in the trope. But it's like they're both men. Like why don't you just make them like proportionally accurate, like similar, because it's like the same shit. But like back then they used to follow that type of like art style. So like when I saw this anime and I noticed it was yaoi, first of all, I have no hate towards yaoi because I watch a lot of yaoi. I love yaoi. It's just very, I'm just interested in the love aspects. So when I saw this, I was like, what year did this came out? And this came out before I was born, and I'm old. I am old. So I was like, oh shit, this came out before I was born. And then like when I saw the main character on the screen for the first time, I questioned how old was this person. And I'm like, if they're 16 and this like lead, the male top lead is like 30, I'm gonna shoot myself. So I had to search it up, so thank God for that. So the main protagonist, the main bottom, it says here on the wiki page that he's 18/19 years old, and then the main top is 22 to 23. So I think that is like a pretty good trope compared to what I have seen before. So I had to search up the age just because the bottom kind of looked very sus with his age. But yeah, so if y'all didn't know, it was like the manga for this anime was released in 1996 and it ended in 2002. That was the year I was born, so that says a lot. Now for the anime, it came out in October 2000 and it ended the following year in January, and it had 13 episodes in total, and it is labeled a shonen. And like a shonen ai, sorry, not shonen, shonen ai. So like I said in my previous video, yaoi is basically, it is like the broad term that everyone has like known to, but there is different types of yaoi. So yaoi per se, if that makes sense, is like the love interest is between two males, but is more focused on like the sexual aspect, while shonen ai is more focusing on the romance aspect. And I can kind of see it here in the anime, in this particular anime, but like I don't know how I felt throughout it. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I didn't feel nothing towards it. And maybe it's because my brain is very now stimulate to like like it's now like prone to like I gotta get action every like 10 seconds and stuff like that. But this anime, I don't know what it was. Like I watched it 3 times. Like I said, I watched it like the first day. I like binged through it and I'm like, I don't know what happened. So the next day I'm like, I'm gonna watch it again to see if I pick up on stuff. Same reaction. I couldn't get anything. And then the third time I just gave up and I was like, you know what? Whatever I processed in this last time I'm gonna watch it, I'm gonna process it. And I still couldn't process anything. I just know like the guy is like in a band and he's trying to like become Japan's next sensation. But like you kind of see the man like a couple times throughout the anime. And I'm like, if you're trying so hard to like be up there, wouldn't you have the band in almost every episode? That's my hot take on that. Now, I am very iffy about my opinion because I know hardcore gravitation fans, and maybe that's why that caught my eye. I have heard like the fan base is really strong. I even started collecting like the manga. I haven't read it yet because they started doing like collector's edition for gravitation. So maybe if I read the manga, it would make more sense. Maybe it was just like how the anime was like pacing it. I couldn't get it. But then my personal opinion, I'm sorry if you really like this anime, but in my personal opinion, I really didn't like it. Maybe if I read the manga, because sometimes the manga makes a big difference from the anime. Like the same thing with Tokyo Ghoul. Like Tokyo Ghoul's manga is like top 10, one of the best out there, and then you watch the anime, you're like, what the hell is this shit? Now, I really do like how crazy it is, like compared to back then how yaoi was portrayed to like how yaoi is today. First of all, first episode you see actual like real life footage, because at the like very first like 5 to like couple minutes in the anime, you got the main guy running and then you got literal footsteps from like I gotta show a clip of it because you literally see it. And you're like, am I watching? And I clicked on it a couple times. I'm like, am I watching an anime or I'm watching real life? And like, it actually showed like real life footage of this guy running towards like his bandmates, and he's like screaming, yo! But when I saw that the first time, I was like, what the hell is this shit? I'm not gonna give anything towards the animation because the animation back then, it came out in 2000, so like the animation back then probably was like top notch. It is pretty good for what it does deliver, so I'm not gonna say it's all that bad. It's just maybe for me, I just didn't process anything. Like I felt nothing towards the anime. I didn't feel like no excitement. I didn't feel no, like I say the word boring because that's the best I can describe it, but even then it wasn't boring for me. It was like, you know how you had to sit through class and go through a lesson that you kind of don't want to do? That was like how I was watching this anime. And I don't want to say that, but I kind of have to say it because in this anime I couldn't really, you know, I can't really explain it. Again, maybe if I read the manga I can understand more, and maybe like I can feel something, because like sometimes when you read through the manga you feel more, but like depends on the mangaka, like which manga you're watching, because like Demon Slayer is better the anime, but like Tokyo Ghoul is better the manga. You know what I mean? It's just so funny how much the yaoi community has grown. Well, not even the community, the anime community has grown, because when you look at older, I'm not gonna say old anime, but like when you look at older anime, you see how like everything was like portrayed, art form and stuff. You like kind of get a new appreciation towards the anime, because you're like, oh shit, this is how anime was 20 years ago. And compared to now, animation like Demon Slayer, Beyond the Barrier, that was the one. Like you see animes like that, like the art style is completely gorgeous, and then you look at this, you're like, wow, we really have come a long way. So I did appreciate that aspect of the anime, because like then again, it came out in 2000, literally came out before I was born. So it was just one of those things that you looked at it, you're like, oh shit, this, you get like a new appreciation in a way, and that's what I felt. Well, what are my thoughts? Like I said in this video, I don't know how to even describe it. I didn't feel nothing towards it. And that's very sad to say, because I know hardcore fans, and I don't want to say anything. I'm trying not to say something super bad, because then again, I'm gonna get like attacked. But like I feel, I like in the best way possible, I felt kind of nothing towards it. So yeah, maybe if you guys were to watch it, maybe you guys can like it more than how I experience it. Again, I'm more into the shonen animes like One Piece and stuff. I'm into like action like that. So this was like very slow pace. I don't remember the opening, if there was an opening. Like I remember there was an ending, but the opening is kind of ass. I didn't like it. I don't remember there was an opening. Shit, I don't remember if there was an opening. Was there an opening? Oh my god, that's how bad it was. I don't remember there was even an opening. The opening, I didn't like the ending song for sure. I don't remember the ending song, but I remember I tried to watch it and I skipped it. And I was like, ew. But yeah, my thoughts on Gravitation, I'm not going to give it a rating just because I felt like I didn't understand it at all. So I'm not going to give a rating to something I didn't understand. Like, I understood it, but it was just like one of those things that you just felt like, eh. You know, like, eh. But yeah, it's not like, it was just one of those things I couldn't watch. It was the same thing with, what is that one Yuri's name? What was that one Yuri's name? It was like, it was a Yuri, like the same way that it was like, it was boring. But yeah, those are my thoughts on an opinion on Gravitation. Again, I'm not trying to throw shade in this video if you're really into that anime, but like, I didn't personally enjoy it just because I didn't understand it. Maybe that's just me. I do know is like, again, in the anime community, like in the yaoi community in particular, it's a very big phenomenon. It's like one of the first yaois to be like publicized and popularized and all that stuff. It's one of those big ones. With Ginger Romantica, like those were the two big ones back then that like really brought yaoi into the surface. So like when I really want to give it like higher props, but I didn't understand it. I watched Ginger Romantica and I really did enjoy that story, and I understood more with that story, but with this one I couldn't get through it at all. It was like something like I really wanted to see like how this like manga broke the mold, this anime broke the mold from like the yaoi like community, because like again, this came out really early on and this really helped shaped, or not shaped, but this was just one of the first yaois that was like really really mainstream, really public, like popularized, and I really wanted to give it something, but I couldn't do it. Ginger Romantic did do it for me, but not this one, and I'm very sad to say that. I would like to apologize because I really couldn't get through it. But yeah, those are my thoughts and opinions on Gravitation. If you want to watch it, let me know in the comments. Like again, don't take my opinion to heart and just be like, I can never watch this anime ever. This is just my thoughts and opinions about the anime. I just don't want to like devalue someone else's opinion, like experience with the anime. Yeah, I just want to say that. What else I'm gonna say? But yeah, if you really are interested in watching that anime, like Gravitation, just don't hold back. Just like maybe watch this video for some comfort. For me, I didn't really pleasantly enjoy the experience, but maybe for you, everyone's experience is different. Maybe you will really like it. So yeah, those are my thoughts and opinions on Gravitation. If you like the video, go check out my other one. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Gravitation. If you want to go check it out, go check it out. But yeah, my name is Celis, and thank you for watching this video. Bye bye. Also today, guys, I had an audience member watching me, and she was super interested in what I was watching. Look at that. Bella!